So till now we have discussed the base and limit register concept in the memory, how we are protecting our memory for different processes in the RAM. Then we have discussed the relocation, swapping concept, why swapping is required, when you want some memory contents from uh, your hard disk to copy in your RAM, then it will be known as the swap in. If you are taking your memory, taking your process from primary to secondary, then it will be swapped out. Why it is required? Suppose you are running a particular process and then some higher priority task is coming. So you need to remove this process which is already running in the system, so you need to remove it, removing this process and saving it in the backing store device, secondary device is known as swap out. Later you will be coming back with the same process which will be known as the swap in concept. This concept of swapping in and swapping out is known as swapping. Then we have discussed contiguous allocation, how your memory is assigned to different processes in data system. Then we have discussed the fitting techniques, first fit, best fit, and worst fit. If you are having some numbers, then how you are going to assign the processes, the different memory locations. These kind of numericals we will be discussing in detail also. I will be taking a complete class for uh, these fitting techniques, especially. We have discussed the fragmentation, internal as well as the external. Internal fragmentation means if a partition is of let's say 20 megabyte size and you are placing a process that is of 15 MB, so remaining amount 5 MB will be complete wastage. You cannot store a new process in that 5 MB, so it will be known as the internal fragmentation due to internal wastage of a partition. External fragmentation means you are having small chunks of memory in different locations that is not contiguous. So in total you are having that much amount of memory, but that memory is not contiguous. This problem is known as the external fragmentation. Now there are two main concepts that is known as segmentation and paging. So first we are going to discuss this concept of paging. This is a important concept and you can say little bit difficult to understand if you are reading this alone. If you are not able to understand here in the class, then I am guarantee you that you cannot understand this topic by your own. Now what is this paging? Paging is a memory management technique which is going to convert your logical address to physical address. That we have already discussed that logical address mean the CPU is generating some addresses for a particular process. These logical address may be same for different processes. But when you are talking about the actual address where it is going to change the data in the memory, this actual address must be different for every process. These are known as physical address, the actual address. So there should be a mechanism, there should be a unit which will be converting your logical address to physical address. Logical address, just you are generating some values, some addresses for the particular process. Then physical address means where actually it is going to save the memory. Physical address space of a process can be non-contiguous. Okay, physical address can be non-contiguous means if this is your physical address, your RAM. So first, uh, You are required some 5 kilobytes of memory. So 2 kilobytes you are giving here, 1 kilobyte you are giving here, again 2 kilobytes you are giving here. These memories may be non-contiguous. In concept of paging, we are not using the contiguous memory location here. Here, the processes may be stored at a non-contiguous locations. Process is allocated physical memory whenever the latter is available. Whenever a process is required some memory, then it will be allocated to that process. It avoids external fragmentation. Why it avoids external fragmentation? Avoid problem of varying size memory chunks. Suppose in contiguous memory location, 1 MB here, 1 MB here, 2 MBs here are free, but these locations are not contiguous. That's why you cannot store a 5 MB process here in contiguous memory locations, contiguous techniques. So there we can say we were having a problem of external fragmentation. Now here we can store a process in different locations. We can even divide the addresses in different locations. So here external fragmentation will not be there. We are removing that external fragmentation kind of thing. Main advantage of using this paging. Divide physical memory into fixed size blocks called frames. This is your RAM. We are dividing this RAM into fixed sizes. If we are dividing a 16 MB RAM in 1 MB size, so how many different blocks will be there? 64. If we are dividing in a 4 MB block, then 4 blocks will be there. So whatever you are having that memory is to be divided in fixed sizes blocks. Okay, every block size will be same. It should not be the case that first block is of 2 MB, second block is of 1 MB, third is of 3 MB. Every block will be of same size. Divide physical memory into fixed size blocks. These are called frames. So in physical memory, whenever we are dividing in separate blocks, equal size blocks, these blocks are named as frames. So if I say there is a 64 MB size of the RAM and we are dividing this and the frame size is 4, how many total blocks will be there? Frame size is 4, total memory is 64. So how many blocks will be there? 64 by 4, that is 16. 16 different blocks will be there. If frame size is 2, how many blocks will be there? 32 blocks will be there, because all of them are of same size. Size is power of 2 between 512 bytes and 16 megabytes. This is just a genuine case. We may have different values. Divide logical memory into blocks of same size called pages. So this is all about, we were talking about the physical memory, the RAM. Now we are talking about the logical memory. Logical memory is divided again in the similar sizes which are known as pages. Divide logical memory into blocks of same size called pages. These are pages. Now, let me tell you that these are the pages, these are the frames. This is logical memory, what system is generating. This is the actual memory, what you are having. This is known as page, this is known as frames. Page size is similar to your frame size. If page size is 4 kilobyte, then again frame size will be 4 kilobyte, because one page is to be allocated to one frame. One complete page we will be putting it in the memory in some frame. Okay, so page size and frame size will be same. But whenever I am talking about pages, you must think that this is logical memory, not the actual one. Whenever I am saying that frame, it should be the actual memory, that is the main memory. You are dividing this memory in blocks, in frames. You are dividing this memory in blocks, is called pages. That's why we are naming it as a technique of paging, because we are having here the different pages and we need to manage these pages. That's why this is known as paging. Keep track of all free frames. Keep track of all free frames. So we need to identify the number of free frames always, because whenever a new process is coming, you should be placing your pages to a corresponding frame. So you should be having the idea of free frames at all the times. To run a program of size n pages, need to find n free frames and load program. If you want to load a program that is having n different pages, n different blocks will be there. So you need to have at least n different frames that must be free in your memory, because page size and frame size are same. If you want to place the 6 different pages, you require 6 different frames. Set up page table to translate logical to physical address. We need to maintain a table which is known as page table, just to translate logical to physical addresses. This table will be having only these two columns. Here we will be writing the page number. Here we'll be writing the frame number. So page number 1 will be going to frame number 5. Page number 2 will be going to frame number 9, because frame numbers may be non-contiguous. This should not be the case that 5, if we are starting from 5, next will be 6, next will be 7. No, it's not the case. We may have the random number of frames. So for every page, there will be a mapping with a corresponding frame. This particular page is going to this particular frame. This particular page is going to different particular number, page frame number. Okay, so there will be a mapping from every page number to another frame number. Numbering will be there. So every page is to be mapped with frame. This table is known as page table. Backing score likewise is split into pages. Still have internal fragmentation. We may have internal fragmentation, but this internal fragmentation will be very less. This external fragmentation will not be there. So that's why we can say paging is a good technique. Why internal fragmentation is there? Suppose your page size is 4 kilobyte. Again, the frame size will also be of 4 kilobyte. Your process is having 12 KB size. Process is of 12 KB. Not 12, let's say 13 KB. Otherwise, it will be no internal fragmentation. Let the process size is 13 kilobytes. How many pages this process will contain? We need to divide by 4. If this process needs to be divided in different pages, then how many pages will be there? 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 KB will be used here, 4 KB will be used here, 4 KB will be used here, but here only 1 KB will be utilized. 3 KB space will be free in this particular page because this process is only having 13 KB size. If it was 12, then it must be divided in 3 pages only. No fourth page will be required. If we are having 14, then also we are required 4 pages. If this is of 15 size, then also we may use 4 pages. If 16, then also we may use 4 pages. But in case of 17, again a new page will be generated. Page will be created. Now, in the fourth page, only 1 KB you have utilized. 3 KB will not be utilized in this case. So that 3 KB size, which is free in the fourth uh, page, will be known as the internal fragmentation. So we will be having a 3 KB block will be free in the fourth page that we cannot use for another process. So this problem is known as the internal fragmentation, but this internal fragmentation will be very less because all the pages starting from 1 to 3 will be completely occupied here. Only last page will be having some free space. So if we are having let's say 5 different processes to store in the memory, only a small amount of memory will be wasted in all the processes. Only if it is this that process size is not a multiple of the page size. If we are having all the processes that are having size of multiple of this page size, then it will be no internal fragmentation. If uh, page size is let's say 5, page size is 5, and we are having a process which is having 10 size, no internal fragmentation, 15, no internal fragmentation, process size is 20, no internal fragmentation. In, in each case, in 10, 15 or 20, we will be having a complete page. Here we will be using 2 pages and both the pages will be completely filled. Here we will use 3 pages and all 3 pages will be completely used. Here we will use 4 pages, all the pages will be completely occupied. If we are having 19, that is not the multiple of 5, then we have some amount of internal fragmentation in this. So continuing to that, address generated by CPU is divided into two parts. Address is generated by CPU. We are talking about the logical address, not the physical one. What are the two parts of this logical address? Page number and page offset. Page number P and offset D. It is used as an index into the page table which contains base address of each page in the physical memory. Offset means combined with the base address to define the physical memory address that is sent to the memory unit. Now easily you can understand this by this logic. Suppose this is your complete process. Okay. We are dividing this process in 4 pages. I am dividing this in 4 pages. This is your page number 0, page number 1, page number 2, and page number 3. Now, what is this offset? Offset means the location inside the page. This page is again divided in different offsetting. So we can again divide this like 0, 1, 2, 3. Again further division will be there inside a page, which is defined by this offset value. But this complete page 0 will be going to physical memory. Suppose your physical memory is very big. This complete page will be going, and all the offset value will be having the same order here. Order will not be changed in case of offset. Complete page number 0 will be shifted here. Page number 1 will be shifted, let's say here. In different memory location, it should not be the contiguous. It may be the contiguous, it may not be the contiguous. But again, the offset values here will be having the same order as you can see here. Okay, so there will be two things, a page number and a offset number. Page number, offset number, how many bits? If we can say the total bits are m, that is used for logical address. If logical address use m bits and page offset is using n bits, so m minus 1 bits will be used by page number. Okay, m is the total number of bits that is used in the address field while generating a logical address. For given logical address space 2 raised to the power m and page size is 2 to the power n. So if anyone says to you that we are using m bits for generating an address, so what is the total memory of that process? So you can say 2 raised to the power m will be the total amount of memory that is required by that process. It is simple. Now, if I say that page offset is taking 2 bits. So what is the size of your page? A page is having offsets. How many offsets a page will be having? That is defined by the number of bits process offset is taking. If offset is taking 2 bits, so how many different uh, values we can generate using 2 bits? 4. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, sorry, 1, 0 and 1, 1. 4 bits we can generate 0, 1, 2, 3. So we can say page size will be 4. Okay. If page offset is using 3 bits, this D is using 3 bits, means how many further divisions are there inside a page? That is 8. Further divisions are 8. So the page size will be 8. If the page offset is using 4 bits, so the page size will be 16 in that case. One second, guys. Yes. So here we were talking about the page number and the page offsets. Page offset number, if anyone can give you the page offset bits, so you can decide the page size. Okay. By calculating is like this: 2 raised to power n is the page size. Total memory required by this process, that is the total number of bits you are using, 2 raised to power n. Now this is the complete paging diagram. How you are managing, you are transferring your page to a particular frame. This diagram will elaborate everything to you. This is your CPU. This is your physical memory, RAM. This is the page table. Page table will be having 2 columns, page number and corresponding frame number. Page number, frame number, page number, frame number, and so on. This is logical address. This is physical address. So logical address is having 2 fields, P and D, page number and offset. Physical address will again be having 2 fields, frame number and offset. CPU is generating a logical address. Complete logical address will be having 2 fields, P and D. Now this D offset will not be changed if you are placing a page to a frame. This offset will not be changed, as we have discussed already in the last slide, that if we are having these offsets values, directly these are going to the physical memory without changing the order. Offset will be same in page or in frame. only the complete page will be shifted to any other location. So we have to convert this logical address into the physical address. So this D offset can directly be shifted here. No change will be there. But here we were using page number. Here we should use frame. Which page is going to which frame will be managed by this page table. Here page numbers will be written, and corresponding to every page number there will be a frame number. That page number 1 is going to frame number 7, page number 2 is going to frame number 9. All these things will be managed in page table. So this P, whatever this P is having the value, will be having a unique frame number. This frame number will be sent here, and by combining the offset value, it will be the physical address. And according to this physical address, you are going to target your actual memory. This is the paging theory. By this concept, you are going to convert your logical address into the physical one. Now, here we can understand this logic by using some different values. Now, this is your logical memory that CPU is generating. That any process is divided into 4 pages: page 0, page 1, page 2, page 3. So you have divided your memory in pages. Then a page table will be there. If you are having 4 pages, then numbering from 0, 1 to 3, every page will be having a corresponding frame number where it is going to be stored in the actual memory. Let's say 1437 is the frame number corresponding to every page. Now these are the frame physical memory. Here we have divided this physical memory in frames. Frame number 0, frame number 1, 2, 3, and up to so on. Frame numbers will be there. So page number 0 is going where? Page number 0 is going frame number 1. Page number 0 is going frame number 1. So frame number 1 will be having page 0. Page number 1 is going to frame number 4. Frame number 4 is having page number 1. Page 2 is going to frame number 3. Frame number 3 is having page 2. Page 3 is going to frame number 7. So frame number 7 is having page number 3. According to this page table, we are going to shift our pages in the physical memory. Further, in detail, if we are talking, this page number 0 will be again be divided in some offset values, but we are not talking about that offset values. Why? Because these will be same here and here too. If offset number 1 is having some value, let's say 100, so here again first offset will be having value 100. Last offset is having value 200, so here also last offset will be having value 200. Only the complete page will be shifted, not the these offset values. Offset values will be same in page and the frame. So if we are shifting our page to a corresponding frame, here you can understand that page size should be equal to frame size. If frame size is lesser, then it will be difficult it will be impossible to have a complete page data in a frame. If frame size is bigger than the page size, then it will be wastage of the memory. That's why this page size and the frame size is same. This particular terminology we are still using in our systems. Again, whatever I was talking about the offset values, if we are having four different pages, page 0, page 1, page 2 and page 3, then again the offset values are there. Four offset are there in every page, and these offsets are having value A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M and O, P. Similarly, a page table is there for corresponding page to frame. 0 is going to 5, 1 is going to 6, 2 is going to 1 and 3 is going to 2. So 0 is going to 5. 0 means this particular page. This is going to be the fifth location, we can say. Fifth location will be coming from here. Here the offset numbers are so shown. Otherwise, we can directly say that this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Here the offset values are we have written. So if we are talking about the 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So page number 0 will be going to 5. Going to 5 means A, B, C, D should be here. A, B, C, D must be here in the order. All are in order. Page number 1 is going to 6, E, F, G, H. E, F, G, H is going to 6. Page number 2 is going to 1. I, J, K, L. I, J, K, L is going to 1. Page number 3 is going to 2. M, N, O, P. And frame number 2 is having M, N, O, P in order. There is no change in the order. Here you can see that N is equal to 2. N means the number of bits that we are using for offset by 2, because we are having 4 offset. 4 offset means how many different bits will be required to store? 2 bits. So N is of 2 bits. M means the total number of bits that are required for a address. How many bits will be required for storing the pages? How many pages are there? 4 pages. How many bits will be required by these pages? 2. So total bits for pages and offsets are 2 plus 2, 4. Total bits are 4. 32-byte memory. Here we can easily understand that we are having 8 different blocks of 4 byte is 32 memory block is there.